everybody and welcome to Shop on TV with me, Rob Larkle, with an E. I'm not going to say anything at the beginning of this show. Oh, sorry, excuse me, I just came over all white. Well, that ruined the intro, didn't it? No, it didn't ruin it. It just, never mind, my director, you did nothing wrong, Mr. Director, honestly. It was me. I was the one that, now I've wasted all this time when I was going to say, have a look at this. Look at that. Wow. That is absolutely amazing. We have 3 different variations of this watch. This is the blue. There we are. So we had the wrong details on the screen. These are correct. So we're all doing well. We've all got a perfect start to the show. Graphics wrong shot, and me saying the wrong thing. I'll introduce the guest in a moment and he can drop a clanger as well. So that is the blue variant. We also have the orange, and some of them are made upside down, but don't worry, all you've got to do is turn it around. And we also have is that upside down as well? Yes, it is, there we go. And we have the grey. So all of these options are available to you for an amazing price of $149.99 from Swan & Edgar, limited edition world timer Mecha quartz watches with these wonderful substantial stainless steel bracelets. They are, I think, very reminiscent of the Omega watches. There's a particular Omega watch that, of course, a very famous British spy wears, the old Seamaster, and all Breitlings as well. They just have a really, really amazing look. If you want one, we don't have many of them. Call us now, either on the phone, 03333241 or log on to the internet, shopontv.co.uk, and order one as soon as you can. Also coming up in the show, we have these back, which I absolutely love. We've got them in 2 variations, so I shall get them straight away onto my hand. I'll load them up. These were really popular the last time that they were shown. These are the Ambassador's watches. I really love the black, I have to say. Is one of them upside down again? Oh, goodness gracious me. What's going on with me tonight? I'm just upside down. I am a topsy-turvy man. Look at those. They are just superb. I have to say, I don't think that they look anywhere near as good on the telly as they do in person. Just super. Look at that. Cool. Now, these are for reasons that are beyond me on 2 different item numbers. So if you want this is the black. Doesn't say it's the black. I assume it is though. 903973. That's the black. 903973. 149.99. And then we also have the silver, or the stainless steel, which is 699,117, 699,117, and that is also 129.97. These are quartz movements. They are big statements. They wear fantastically on the wrist. They feel incredible, and they make a real statement, don't they? Yes, this says, I am powerful. I am strong. Not huge stocks of these, so if you want them, may I suggest again, as with everything on these shows, that you get them while you can. And finally, this is just a little preview, by the way. Oh, I feel I've warmed up now. I had a nap in my dressing room. That was the mistake that I made. So yes, this is just a little preview. We've got loads and loads of really great new items for you tonight. Make sure you watch right the way through till 3 a.m. If you just come off the back of watching the footy, then we've got something for you to enjoy that is ball-shaped, but you wear it on your wrist. Is that a good way to describe a watch? I don't think it is, but never mind. Look at this now. This is the Moonface automatic watch with a leather strap. That is, oh yeah, very, very nice. It's only $109.99. We have single figures on this, so if you want it, literally less than 2 handfuls of people are going to get it. Some of you are shopping ahead on the web as well already, so please do get it while you can. By the way, absolutely everything that you order tonight will come with a special complimentary gift. They say it's mightier than the sword. I once had a fight with somebody who had a sword, and I had a pen. I lost. Yes, you actually get the Swan and Edgar pen, which on their website is a value of about £50. So it's a gorgeous writing implement. It really, really, really is. This is the sort of thing that you sign treaties with. It's just gorgeous. And if you don't want it, or if you've already bought something from us before and you're amassing a collection of these, then you can always give them as a gift. In fact, they do come gift boxed. I'll show you in a moment. Every single watch that you buy tonight, every single one, except one, which already comes with a watch, with a pen. So instead we make up for that by giving you this incredible credit card wallet. So you get a complimentary bonus item, if you want to call it that, or a gift with purchase with absolutely every single watch tonight. Right, so there's a little look ahead. And now it's my great pleasure to introduce you to the one and only, the brand ambassador for Swan and Edgar. It's David. Hello, David. How
Hello,
are you doing?
lovely to see you again.
And
that was a good start, wasn't it?
That was fantastic. Went really well.
Be all right when we do it live, though.
Exactly. I always like a rehearsal.
Yeah, I think so.
When do we go live tonight?
My watch actually says we were live 10 minutes ago, but I don't think anyone noticed. Is that a mistake? No.
Anyway,
moving on.
Yeah, moving on. What you've brought some really, really good
now
stuff
this
tonight.
world
This
timer,
is amazing.
To get this here tonight has been a tremendous labour of love, because 6 months have passed with no world timers on any of our shows, because they are so rare.
Yes.
And then when I mean, these watches sell for about 150, 160 pounds, even when they're discounted on our website.
Yeah.
And in fact, more.
Yeah.
And this is coming at lowest price I've seen, 149.
Yeah.
And it's coming with a pen as well.
Yes, that's
but
right.
There is the pen. It's the design brief of this particular watch, which I love, because
that was good timing.
All about space.
Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, go on.
And the colours are lovely, but it's also the premium materials.
The premium materials. Yes,
we have sapphire glass, we have stainless steel case, and a stainless steel strap. This is called an engineered strap, and of course, the theme of space, very popular nowadays.
Oh yes.
You know, the idea of going to Mars, or well, not personally, of course. You know,
no,
haven't got a ticket.
No. One day.
One day, yeah. When I win the lottery,
get a travel card.
I shall be writing to Mr. Bezos and saying,
is that something you want to do? Go to space.
I do. Not that keen, really.
No.
I want to come back.
It's fairly inhospitable.
Most people going to Mars aren't going to come back.
Well, no,
they'll just go on a one-way trip.
Yeah.
But this watch has got Mars, it has Moon, and it has the Earth. It has a 51mm case size, and it has the Seiko Mega Quartz movement in it, which we've talked about before. Yeah. Which is, you get on some really high-end timepieces as well.
Right.
Flagship product, beautifully executed, weighing about 170 grams. And we have very limited numbers, and we're looking at the colour now. You've got that.
That's the orange.
Beautiful orange, that Mars orange. But I love the spacey, the kind of nebula look of the grey. And
I like this is the grey. Sorry, this is the grey here. I'm wearing.
The grey.
Yes, I'm wearing the blue.
And then you have the black version.
Or the black version. Sorry, yeah. Did I call it?
You've got a stopwatch, and the engineered strap on there. It's got 7-bar engineered strap. It's a combination of things that I have to say, no pun intended, out of this world. And you see what I did there?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, and in addition,
one of the world's largest sci-fi fans, by the way.
There you go. And this would be definitely an addition to your collection.
Sure.
And it's a world timer, Rob, and we know about that. There's 24 cities around the peripheral of watch.
Yeah.
And you can set it. We're not going to do that because it takes too much time.
I don't have enough hands to do that at the moment.
No, I don't.
Perfectly honest.
But you know, I would be really surprised if anyone who's a Swan collector who's coveted this watch. This is the lowest price I've ever seen it.
149.99 down from 230.
Yeah, with the pen.
With the pen.
Yeah,
that's right. There's the pen. See, there you go.
Rob Lock with an E and Swan and Edgar with a pen.
Yeah, exactly. These are just fabulous, aren't they? And to be honest, you know what I love about Swan and Edgar is all of the prices seem to be very, very reasonable. I know the
list price is the 230.
Yes,
is a reasonable price.
Yes, yeah.
And that is the price on our website.
Yeah.
So you know, to get this at this 149 and the pen.
And the pen, that's right. Well, it's because we deal with you directly, and there are no celebrity endorsements or distributors or other sort of layers of people taking a slice of the pie.
Yeah.
And that's why, ladies and gentlemen at home, you get all of these incredible savings because we just pass them all directly.
Can we just show the back of this watch?
Yeah, I'm going to put some of these down because it's getting a.
Yes.
I'll put them all down except this one here, which I've kept the orange. So there is the.
So on the back, you've got the moon landing, the old, in the 1960s.
Yes.
When I was at school and watching this on the flickering black and white television. And it's a deeply etched stainless steel case back.
Look at that.
So it's all about space. It's really aspirational.
Oh.
And at 51 millimeters. And also it's got this really great strap that fits larger wrist sizes. So it's got an 8-inch, 210 millimeters of give on that. And you can size it down as well.
Yes.
Lovely, reassuring fit to the watch.
Yeah. And if what you've got to do.
It's so unusual to get this here, really. I have to emphasize, it's been 6 months before we've actually managed to actually see that. And lovely and slim, because that Seiko movement in there, Mecha quartz movement, there's a combination of quartz accuracy of better than 20 seconds a month.
Wow, that's amazing.
3-year battery life is what Seiko.
3-year battery life.
That's assuming you're going to use the stopwatch 30 minutes a day, apparently.
Is that?
That's what the spec.
30 minutes?
30 minutes of using the stopwatch. You can press the top button, and the stopwatch will start sweeping because it's not doing a tick-tock because it's mechanical.
Yeah.
You've got mechanical and you've got the Seiko quartz
it's like
elements.
The best of both
Both of this world. It's out of world. Out of
this world. It really, really is. Maybe there's space in your collection for one of these. What I really like about it is it has such a classic look. It's a watch person's watch, isn't it? I tell you what, we've got 19 watches on the show tonight. So what we're going to do is have a little look through some of the other items that are coming up. This is already proving extraordinarily popular. I'm not surprised. And sometimes I think, look, my dad's got an Amiga watch.
Yeah.
I've always wanted one. I suppose I could go out and buy one. But the fact is that a lot of people will tend to buy something that's more affordable.
Yes.
But then it looks rubbish.
Normal,
You know what I mean?
and a collection, people like to collect, and you can't collect at £2,000, £3,000 a watch.
Not easily, not unless you've got a lot of money.
Yeah.
And here are all the items that are on the show. If you want to go to shopontv.co.uk and then, just have a little scroll through. We will endeavour to get to every single one of these watches before such time as we come off the air.
Yeah.
Just superb that we've got the tourbillon on there. If you've missed that already. They are all there for you to enjoy, and there are lots more images. So if you click on one of the watches, you'll be able to scroll through some of the other images and get some really, really good looks at just what they're all about. Something for everybody. If you are shopping gifts, maybe for ladies in your life, mothers and Valentine's Day and all that sort of thing, we do have some really lovely ladies' watches on the website as well. Feel free to look for those. Right, shall we move on?
Yes.
To... Which one should we go to?
Well, let's go to the Ambassador.
Which one would you like? Shall I pick up?
Well, I think you like the black version, did you not?
I am a bit
You're quite keen on the I can see you in the nightclub, with the pina colada and with that watch on your wrist.
Oh, yes.
Because it's got presence.
It has got presence.
It's got wrist presence, we call it.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. And when you enter a room and you're wearing that sort of watch, they say, oh, who is that chief executive?
Right, yeah, for sure, exactly.
Now, this has the same movement as the World Timer. It has the Seiko quartz movement, but it's a tonneau shape. It's lovely and curved.
Yes. Otherwise known as the presenter's nightmare.
And the A-lister's choice.
Yeah.
Your A-lister doesn't want to have a circular watch because everyone else has a circular watch.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
So you'll be familiar with that.
Oh, I'm very familiar with
Yes.
that. No, I am actually.
Yeah,
yes, quite literally.
And a really lovely and thick strap. Yes. That is, it's a black IP coating, iron plating, which preserves the watch and gives it that shininess because it's refractive, you see, and it's good. Yeah. It's also have that curved mineral glass. You've got a 24-hour at 6 o'clock, date, of course, and the stopwatch function.
Yep.
210 millimeters of wrist adjustments as well. And the black against the rose gold is a tremendously evocative combination of colours.
So, because we had the automatic version of this that sold out the last
We
show,
did,
didn't we?
yes. And that's why we bought the black Mecha
Yes.
quartz in.
So we have the Mecha Quartz movements, and I want to show you all around it. It is. Stay there, director. I don't worry. I won't let you down. I just had to get a grip. Had to get a grip on the case. People have been telling me to do that for a while.
Now, this is 160 on the website, on Swan & Edgar's website tonight, and doesn't come with a pen, but this does come with a pen.
Yes, yes, yes.
So again, the price is very, very competitive. And we don't have that many of them, of course.
The weight of this.
190 grams, that's 7 ounces.
You feel like you're getting 150 quid's worth of watch. Well, no, you don't. You feel like you're getting, several £100 worth of watch. Because I've always thought Swan & Edgar's watches were, even the list prices, were a bit low, really, to be honest.
Well, that's because
They're
we're not
value.
taking the Mickey.
No.
You know, we're not going to say anything
Sort of,
else.
no, a corporate policy almost.
Indeed, indeed. And when I look at the design skill, it's all down to Anthony Fields, who is our chief designer, who's really in tune with what the market really requires. And it's drawing on the heritage going back to 1812, which is Swan & Edgar's original foundation across the road in Piccadilly.
Piccadilly, I was going to say, yeah. It's a very British watch, isn't it?
Indeed.
Very, very British watch.
It's a British design. Of course, London is fashion, you see.
Oh, yes.
Personified, the London
Here we
fashion
are in the
shows.
heart of
Fashionville.
Fashionville in Covent Garden, that's right. That's where we're broadcasting from, live to your television screens.
And 7-part engineered strap, which is a lovely piece of work on its own right. And the contrast between the black and the rose gold is subliminally elegant.
I'm a big fan of black. And there are very few colours that go with black. Red and black is my favourite combination. In fact, I was wearing it last night. But I think gold and black is the other one. It's just such a statement. It really, really is.
And in a lower light, when you're in that nightclub and you've got a little bit of,
I feel a bit old for nightclubs, but do you know what?
It's discreet though.
I used to go clubbing 5 nights a week. I loved it, and I'd still would if I could get away with it. But they'd probably look at me funny when I went in the door, if they even let me in. But this is also the sort of watch that you can go to. You see, I'm more about cocktail bars now. You know, sitting somewhere a little bit bougie, and just supping on a cocktail or a.
They've closed bougies down, you know.
Have they?
Yes, I'm sure you used to go there a lot.
Yeah, of course. So actually, we are in the building we're in above us.
Yes.
Used to be the Hospital Club, which was a very famous members club, and the owner just got fed up with running it, and apparently and shut it down. But it was a private members club with a particular bent towards media. So an awful lot of TV agents and theatrical agents.
And we're right next to the Garrick, of course, aren't we?
Yeah.
Very fun.
They always used to transact their business. We're in the basement, and they used to do it all upstairs. In fact, the studio we're in now, do you know the history of the studio?
No, not at all.
So, do you remember the Eurythmics?
Yes.
So this studio used to be Dave Stewart's recording studio.
Oh.
And in fact, if you ever get a chance and you go and look over the other side, there's a glass window, a very thick soundproof glass window, into the recording studio, and if you can actually wander around and go and see the recording studio. Dave Stewart's recording studio.
Wow, it's like a little Abbey Road.
Yeah. It kind of is, really. Yeah, in many respects. So
Not a lot of people know that.
Not a lot of people know that. Yeah. And this is just the sort of thing that you could just imagine.
But it's a musician's watch.
It is, yes.
Oh, definitely.
It is. Yeah.
I mean, I can definitely see that in the Ronnie Scotts and.
Oh yeah, which is not that far from here either.
No. Anyway, enough about Soho.
Soho.
So you can give it a push if you want to.
But it's that London. It's that classic London.
Yes, London style.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. There was a method to my madness. Yeah. I love that. We're at single figures though now. If you want it, you've got to nab it. At the end of the day, if you want to own these things, you actually have to buy them. Obviously. No, that sounds redundant.
Small technicality.
But exactly. But we are
03333241241.
Very good. Exactly.
And then that's the way to do it. It's easier
that
way.
To remember.
It's easier to do it that way.
Yeah. And that was as soon as we saw that number as an option, we just absolutely had to have it. And also, by the way, if you ever need to contact customer service, so that the order line is open 24 hours a day. Customer service is business hours, I think up till about 7 or 8 o'clock. The info's on the website, and it closes a little earlier on weekends. But that's 03333 24 24 24. And we had a big old discussion about which phone number should be for which.
Yeah.
you know. So, but,
No, it really works.
Yeah.
Now, with this particular one, I noticed that this price is is a little bit lower of a price. Because,
it is, yeah.
Because you know why? It's the black IP is a harder thing to do.
I would
That's
imagine
why.
so. Yeah, you can see it.
So this is pure stainless steel on the strap,
Yeah.
protected by IP, but because it's titanium nitride, it's an easier process than using titanium carbide.
Yes, yes, yes.
I don't want to get too excited.
You,
about the
you don't want to
difference.
mix your nitrates and your
You don't.
carbides,
You
do
certainly don't. No.
No. I did that once.
But it's the same mechanism. It's got
rash
that
for weeks.
Seiko mecha quartz movement, Rob.
Yes.
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 And it's a tonneau shape, so it's really quite unusual.
Yeah, yeah.
And there are very few of them around, so it's time to check out or miss out.
Check out or miss out. That's really what it's all about. We're going to try and, I think, David, choose a day of the week that becomes like watch night.
I think that's a good
because we
idea.
have so many collectors out there. And actually, if you want to let us know what night of the week would you prefer to have a dedicated watch show, studio at shopontv.co.uk. And if you just want to say hi, if you'd like David or I just to give you a shout out, or if you just want to be part of the show and
or any questions, any orological questions?
Yeah. We will make sure we mention the case diameters and all of these, and you know. But look again at absolutely every aspect of this watch. These are works of, I've called watches for years, wearable works of art. And I have to say, I'm going to claim this one for the lads, because I mean, I really do think that watches have become...
Well, they're the only thing we've got left.
Well, right,
really.
Precisely.
You know,
Precisely, yeah.
The clothes are becoming almost, everyone's wearing chinos or jackets or jeans or blah, blah, blah. But the watch is a standout point. And the research says that although, 20, 30 years ago, a man had 2 watches, now he has 10 watches.
Well, yeah.
Because it's affordable and doable.
Well, you can have sort of one for different occasions, one for different outfits.
Yeah.
You can have your business watch, your work watch, your clubbing watch. You're going out on the pool watch, you know, kind of thing. And I really enjoy that, because it is about reflecting your own unique sense of style. And also these, they're limited editions. It's not like you're going to run into 85 million people that have all got the same watch. It's a talking point. It's a conversation.
But also the challenge with some watches is they're not big enough to if you've got a larger wrist, you're the heavyweight champion of the world or something, you've got a large wrist, you need a larger size watch. And this delivers, because 210 million, and I say to all our customers, measure your wrist.
I'm going to put it down so I can put it on my wrist, if that's okay. I'm going to take this off, thank you. There we go. Just to show, because I do have fairly beefy wrists, you know.
I can see you in Goodfellas, definitely.
Yes, I know. I always, I want it. You laughing at me? No, he was not quite so beefy.
But that is comfortable. It's got a bit of give on your wrist, so we can size it down. And the way to do that is YouTube tutorial, I would recommend. It's very easy to actually size it down yourself.
Oh, right, okay.
Or you can take it to the jeweler. The secret is they're pins, they're not screws.
Ah.
So when you're taking it out, you have to knock the pin out, not try to unscrew what is actually a split pin.
Right.
It doesn't work if you try to unscrew
take it to a jeweler.
Take it to a jeweler.
That's what I do.
Yeah. 5-year warranty, we didn't mention that.
Is there, what's the warranty on these?
5-year warranty.
Is it really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I just think they're phenomenal, and the director's going to hate this, but I was trying to. Actually, I think when I did that earlier, it looked all right. This is a complimentary gift. It comes in a lovely gift box. This is the Swan & Edgar pen, which is normally 50 quid. That comes with the watch. So if you take that off the price, you're actually getting this for about 80 quid.
Yeah, and it's actually £55, I have to
Is
tell
it 50? Oh, excuse me, £55.
you. So
It's a lovely
do the sums, and you're doing yourself a favour by getting both of these tonight.
If there are ladies sitting there and their fellas have gone to bed maybe after the footy, and or if depending on how your relationship status is, whoever, if you have a partner who is a man or a lady who loves a big chunky watch, this would be an amazing gift. It really, really would. And I mean, I'm slightly biased, and I like the black one, but the stainless steel is very, very classic. You can only go right when you buy a watch as a gift for somebody. It was the classic Christmas gift, wasn't it? Or birthday gift. maybe this is a thank you gift, and I love you gift. Maybe this is the gift you buy for somebody who's got everything, but they collect watches. Maybe even if they've got lots of watches, if a guy's got lots of watches, it means he wants more. So ladies or fellas, if you're in a same-sex partnership, or ladies if you're in a same-sex partnership, whatever your circumstance, this is something either for you to enjoy, or it's something for you to please somebody else with. I'm going to keep that on, maybe forever. I always say that I'm not a thief normally. In fact, I will take it off, because the only reason I'm taking it off is because it's a little bit too big for my wrist. Which I'm probably a 9-inch wrist, I would say, at the moment.
Yes.
So to have give on that is quite something else. 699-117. Do check out while you can, because again they are very, very small in quantities. Right across everything.
Now this is a very affordable timepiece. The moon face.
Yes.
185 20. We're back into automatic movements, which Swan is very famous for.
Yes, yes.
And the way this watch is constructed is, I like to say, an homage to complicated watches, even though none of the functions you're seeing on the watch are anything but a rendition of that genre.
Sure.
But you have this open heart, you have the day-night indicator, and you have a slide rule and a tachymeter etching around the side of it.
Yes, they wouldn't be practical.
They're not practical.
Do a practical slide rule, because how would you slide it?
You'd need to actually have a second bezel, etc., etc.
Yes.
But you know, a fully automatic watch at £110 plus the pen. It's a great. I mean, we showed this a couple of days ago, and people loved it. And we've got a handful left.
An homage to almost a sort of science and achievement and engineering.
I like the lugs as well. Don't you like the lugs?
I love a lug.
Lugs.
I love a lug.
The lugs are kind of a little bit kind of.
You reminded me of Peter Cook.
I know, yeah.
Big on Pete and Dad.
Yeah, exactly. We could do a Pete and Dad.
Yeah. Sorry, what were you saying?
Raquel Welsh, yes.
Raquel Welsh.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
She likes lugs.
Does she?
Yeah, because they're actually a bit like the lugs of like a horse. You know, a horse bridle.
Horses have lugs.
Horse bridle, yeah. I don't know.
I've never seen
but
it.
it's kind of got that curvature to it.
Is it?
Yes.
Where does the lug go on the horse?
I think it probably goes around the stirrup. It's more stirrups.
Oh,
I'm thinking stirrups.
I think you don't want to mix up your horses with your stirrups, but you do need the stirrups.
But
for
it's
your
a
horse.
beautiful lug, you have to say.
It is a beautiful.
If you appreciate lugs.
I'm starting to appreciate lugs now, much more than I ever had previously.
45mm case size, folks. So
Lovely.
you know that as well. First layer leather, 5-year warranty.
Yep. It's lovely. £109.99. I think this is our most affordable watch, and there are literally only a handful, no pun intended, or a wristful. Gemma is saying, if you would like this, you must check out.
And I love the day-night indicator. It's a lovely, you know, let's see, we're actually in the middle of the night. We've got the moon there.
Yes. Do you know what? Sometimes it's hard for me to tell. I didn't see daylight today because obviously I work funny hours.
Yes.
So I woke up, I was actually dead tired. So I normally wake up at 3 just so I see a little bit of daylight. Yeah. But I woke up at 4 and then couldn't peel myself out of bed because I just couldn't get to sleep.
You've got to worry though if there is a little a wooden stake by the side of your bed. That's a message.
There is a beefsteak by the side of my bed, but no wooden ones as yet. No, I know. I do love the taste of blood, it has to be said. I don't really. I've never tried it, to be honest. It might be lovely. 253-145. Oh, I suppose I've had black pudding. I suppose that is blood, technically.
It is.
Blood sausage, that's what they call it in America.
And bull's blood.
Right. Oh, bull's blood.
That's probably what they put in the bottle.
I would imagine so, yeah.
Yes.
Why is it thicker? Do you know what? I think a lot of ladies would appreciate this too. The 40, what size?
45.
45.
Yeah.
A 45mm, I think, is for ladies who like a slightly oversized watch, and also for not smaller, slimmer guys.
Yeah. Can we look at the back of it as well?
Of course, we can
Just
do it. If you're a big beefcake like me, then
look at that exhibition back with Geneva stripes, and you've got a rotor there, invented by John Harwood in 1924.
Yeah.
The British invention of the automatic watch, and this works on the principle of kinetic energy. And you see a serial number there. That's why we say limited, because there are each one's got its own serial number and not many made.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, super. So you're buying something traditional, you're buying something classic, you're buying something aspirational, something that is unique in the sense that very few people in the world will ever get to own one of these. and something again that is stylish, something that says an awful lot about you. Because look, I tell you, I wish in a way we could show you about our setup here. Because I walked into the studio and they have a table that's with all the watches laid out. And I looked across the table and my eye, because of what I like, you were there, David, you will recall, I immediately was, my eye was drawn to certain designs.
His eye was drawn.
Yes, my eye, not my eye, my eye.
Yes.
And that's what this is all about.
Well, it is, because there's a watch for everybody.
Choose different one.
And I think the next watch we're going to see is possibly going to be the emblem, I think. And that is so different to these watches. Every watch has got its unique attributes. And that's what I like about Swan & Edgar.
Should we get it in? What do you reckon, Gemma? Let's see if we can find it. Where is it? You have to scroll.
The emblem's number 19, I believe.
Number 19. Wait till you see it. It's very different.
Yeah.
When I saw the image, I was like, not sure about that. But then when I actually got it and put it on my wrist, I was like, oh. Yeah, in fact, I've got it on my wrist now. Look at this.
This became a wild sensation when we showed it in the United States.
I bet, yeah.
And they loved the idea of the sort of Richard the Lionheart and the story here.
Yeah.
47 millimeters across the shoulders of this watch.
Yeah.
163 part 20 dual movement. And you know where the triangular watch came from, really. No. It was Elvis had in Blue Hawaii.
Yes, of course. Yes. That's true. Yes. I didn't think of that.
And this is a modern version of it with a lovely mineral glass and day-date another 67 timer, plus the Cyclops eye, so you can actually see the time. But I like the acid yellow flashes to this.
Oh, yes.
First layer leathers, and very rare to see this watch on British television.
Yes.
And tonight on ITV, we are showing this watch.
Love it. I have to say, I'm a bit of a superhero fan. And so this has a bit of an emblem.
It does, doesn't it?
There.
Yes.
But there's also something, I don't know why.
A bit Warner Brothers-like as well.
It is a bit Warner Brothers-like, that's right, yes. Yeah, I'd have to start wearing my underpants out over my jeans if I was to use this. But the other thing, it's got a slightly sporting feel to it, but it's quite an Americana.
And a great unisex watch, this as well.
Yes, it is, yeah.
And so different to all the other watches in the Swan & Edgar range. It's the only triangular watch that Swan & Edgar have made.
Yeah.
These are the very final numbers.
Right.
So, and I think the price is less than half price. It's almost clearance sale tonight. Get this watch. But there are few of them. Really?
I bet. Like, again, single figures. Do you know what? I'm really growing to like this. It's got if you're an NFL fan, I think this would be fabulous. It's got a slightly sort of detective sleuth kind of noir feel to it. Dragnet, you know. Yeah, I've been working on a case for some time. I couldn't afford a desk. I was sitting in my office and this tall blonde walked past the window. I knew she was tall.
She kept on
my office
walking.
is on the 5th floor. She walked in and rolled her eyes at me, so I picked them up and rolled them right back. We went downstairs together to catch a cab. One stop with the jerk. The jerk got out and I got in.
Oh, well. So this,
I could go on.
Yeah, you could, but we'll just concentrate. No,
Yeah.
well, because I just want people to see the watch.
Exactly, I know.
Because once you see this watch, you think, I've never seen a watch like that before.
No, sure. But it does have, it's got so many, it can mean so many things to so many different people. And there is method to my
And it's the way it's built as well, of course.
Yes.
Of course. I mean, I know they were very, very accomplished.
Oh, please stop.
Stand up.
No, I'm a sit-down comedian, mate. But no, in seriousness, this has so much personality.
Yeah.
It's evoking personality in me. This is how watches are supposed to make you feel.
And the way it's built, because it's triangular, it's not like you can get those parts everywhere. They have to be specially made.
Yeah.
Put it together, and to do that, that's why it's a £310 watch. That's why it's so expensive.
Do you know I'm going to rename this watch? It's the Man of Stainless Steel watch.
Ah.
See what I did there? See what I did there? No, maybe not.
Yeah.
I'm just going to take it off and show you around a little tour. I mean, I don't know, there's something about the shape as well when it wears on the wrist, or when you wear it on the wrist. It sort of, I don't know, it draws the eye, draws the attention. It certainly is something people will notice. It's very comfortable to wear with a beautiful, smooth stainless steel back. Just amazing. And it's an automatic watch.
It's an automatic
You
watch.
never
yeah,
have to wind it up.
Never, and the kinetic energy is a wonderful thing. It's free. You know, you're not actually paying for any batteries or anything.
No, that's
And
it.
as long as you wear the watch, it will charge it about 30, 40 hours of charge.
Really?
So you put it on the nightstand and then
Yeah.
you know, make sure you take it off before you take it to the shower because it's splash proof, but it's not waterproof.
The Cyclops Eye is very, very pronounced as well. Just a little magnifying glass there. And also, it's a chronograph, right?
No, it's not a chronograph.
it's not a chronograph,
No.
okay.
It's a day-date. Don't touch those buttons, Rob,
sorry,
because
right.
they actually move the days and the dates and etc.
Oh,
So
good,
that's what
okay.
they're for.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's not a chronograph. It is an automatic watch.
Well, that
And,
told me.
Yeah. No, you have to keep control of the presenters, otherwise
I know.
they just
Don't-
go off.
we'll get a professional
They start
next time.
talking
Sean and
about
Hayley will be back
their
soon.
lives and everything else.
And I know you've come along. Oops, a long
Oops!
way.
Don't throw that. You're throwing pens at me now.
I'll keep my pen to myself.
Yes.
That's the pen that you get with this as well,
Yeah,
by the way.
that's very good.
Yeah, I should have read the. It would have said chronograph on the graphic had it been one.
It would.
Should have
yes.
known.
Yeah, it's
I just took a wild stab in the dark, which is what I feel what I'm going to be getting when I leave the studio tonight.
No, that's the steak later on when you're asleep.
Yes, he's precise.
You won't sleep now.
I won't sleep. No, I don't sleep. Who needs sleep?
So one tiny thing about this, which is why the light is working so well, is the Swanegger, when it's put together, they mirror the edges of the watch. So it's called the rehault in the trade, and that's the
Right.
edge of it.
Yes.
So the light bounces out. And so much going on in the fascia, you can see the cross-hatch detail
Yeah,
on there, which doesn't come for free. That takes time and money.
for sure.
And a mineral glass, scratch-resistant mineral glass. So lovely construction
Yeah.
and a 5-year warranty.
A 5-year warranty, and also, and in things like that sort of price, I'd expect maybe printed hour markers, but they're not. They're all applied, aren't they?
Yeah.
I can see.
I mean, when you look under a microscope at these things, you just marvel at the detail.
Yeah. Look, it's not going to be for everybody, but it will be for somebody, and I think that will definitely be for somebody who likes to sort of go a little bit left of field, who likes to stand out.
Someone who likes to express their personality with their watch,
Yes,
which is what it's
precisely.
all about.
Indeed. 309663 is the item number. Coming up next, we have the tourbillon, which I will have momentarily.
The tourbillon is in the
Have a look
building.
on the website if you want it. Now, this is obviously a considered purchase. We have 3 different colours. There is a green, there is a blue, and there is a red. And this is an extraordinary watch. It really is. We don't have a huge amount of them. We're only ever able to get a small number of them because there are only ever a small number of them that are made. So
Yes.
yeah, this is really one of those.
This is a £2,000 watch.
Yes.
If you want it on the Swanegger website, it's £1,500.
Yes, and here
And here,
it's 50% off.
yeah.
Yeah. So if you've look, I realise that if you not everyone's got a grand spare to just to go and splash on this, but if you do have then and you haven't got one yet, look at the presentation box. It is just stupendous. Now your box will come with just one watch in it, obviously not 3. But let's pick what colour would you like to go for? Gemma wants the red.
Yes. So we get the red. This is a sunset, not sunset. This is magma red.
Magma.
42mm case size, sapphire glass, 316 stainless steel, first layer leathers, 322 parts, 19 jewels, 450 processes, 30 watchmakers. This is the pinnacle of any watch collection,
Yes.
and beyond belief because it's Abraham Louis Breguet's invention that's been brought up to date by Swanegger's design team.
And not only has it been brought up to date, but it has been put front and center. This whole watch is essentially a showcase for the tourbillon movement, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like going to a tourbillon gallery, or like if you go to the Louvre and you go and see the very disappointing, unfortunately, Mona Lisa, but it is on one wall, just it, you know,
Yes.
and that's what, you know.
But this is the EGOT of watches, really.
You're
Because
right.
because it really should win all those awards.
Yes, EGOT, for those who don't know, is somebody who wins an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony.
Very popular.
I haven't
Someone's just done that, haven't they?
I'm trying so hard to do it. I haven't got any of them yet.
Yeah.
But one day. Anyway, We'll see what the year brings. 999. I'm not an EGOT. I'm one of those.
Yeah.
I mean, it is just splendid.
This is mesmerising, and to explain to the folks at home that what you're witnessing there is 360-degree turn every minute of the whole escapement, which is about 80 parts, and you can see the balance wheel doing its stuff as well. And that's what Breguet did. Very difficult to do. And then the back of the watch is a tape gallery special.
Wow.
Really see everything inside the watch, 19 jewels, and the mainspring, which is powering 42 hours of power reserve on this cabochon crown, sapphire glass
I'm
protection.
fighting with my director for focus. Either you focus or you keep it still and I'll find the focus.
You get this home. Two things you should do with it when you get it home, apart from admire it all. Take a photograph of that as a screensaver, because it's really lovely as a screensaver.
Great idea, yeah.
And use your slow-mo function on the phone to actually look at the marvel of how the tourbillon works from the front of the watch. I've done that. It's just lovely.
I mean,
special.
Sorry if I'm not paying attention, but I'm just literally mesmerised by the watch. It's like it's almost like an homage to steampunk, isn't it? It's just phenomenal. Just phenomenal. And the jewels, by the way, the reason they use jewels in there, they're literally they are precious stones, but they're used as their lubrication in the watch.
They are. Yeah. And that's why these watches last the test of time. I have watches going back 60 years that are still working perfectly in my collection because they're jeweled.
Yeah.
And that's what's made the huge difference. Now, you've got this gull wing finish here. You're looking at the sculpted nature of that stainless steel case.
Wow.
And you can look anywhere on the web for tourbillon watches, but you'll be so unlikely to find one that is so perfectly rendered as this, so perfectly sculpted by a sort of Dali Michelangelo combination of beauty. And we'll have a look at the other colours as well, because there are tremendous choices. I like to think these colours are the idea of actually kind of like, the night sky and Aurora Borealis.
Aurora Borealis.
What's it called now?
The Northern Lights.
The Northern Lights, that's better.
Yes.
Let's be British about it.
It's high-level static ionisation, isn't it, in the stratosphere?
Now,
there is someone on the phones for one of these at the moment. Look,
what colour, though, is the question?
That I don't know. Let's see if we can find out.
It'd be interesting to know, because every time we show this, one colour suddenly resonates.
Well, I was going to say, look, I realise we don't have interest repayments at the moment. Those are coming, by the way. It's just that it takes time to get these things sorted out. But so if you can put it on a credit card, or if you've got the cash available, if you are a serious collector, then I think this is something that most serious collectors would say is a must-have, because even if you don't collect any of the other Swan and Edgar watches, this particular Swan and Edgar watch it's a cut above the rest, isn't it, really, because of the movement. It's like every watch manufacturer has their flagship.
It's aspirational.
It's aspirational.
And it's hard for anyone to afford, because they're so expensive.
Well,
I mean, you can spend hundreds of £1,000s on a tourbillon.
Yeah.
And to have one in your collection.
Oh, somebody's got one. Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Congratulations. You will love it.
Really, what colour was
What colour was it, Gemma? We'd actually, if you'd love to email in, we'd love to hear from you and tell us which colour you went for. We don't know it hasn't updated yet, so we can't tell what colour it is. Yeah. But yes, sir or madam, we'd love to hear from you. studio@shopontv.co.uk. I know we've only got maybe one or two of each colour.
Well, we really make so few of them.
Yes.
They are rare.
It must take forever to make.
And even though, £2,000 is a is a ridiculously low price to start with.
Yeah.
It happens that on Swan and Edgar right now they're at 1,500.
Yes. Yeah.
And here they're $999.99 plus the pen. So
can I do something here? If I'm going to try anyway. While you're looking at that, I'm going to take the red one and I'm going to hold it to my microphone. See if you can hear this.
So that's 28.
I can hear it with my ears.
Yeah, it's 28.
I don't know how else I would hear it.
It's 28,800 per hour.
Yeah.
In the watch trade, it's known as hertz, I believe, after the car manufacturer. No. It's actually a chap called Hertz, I believe.
Company, So this is the blue. Now, the other thing also you may notice is that you can actually see through past the tourbillon movement right out the back of the watch. I wouldn't say this is a Rolls Royce, I'd say this is a Bentley. Yeah, and I'll tell you why, because it's got slicker, like with the gull wing, it's got a slicker kind of design to it.
I mean, I think Paul's just done a fantastic job of camera work on this, because
yeah,
that's what you're looking at, that curvature. It's just, it reminds me really of fluidity of, you know, when Schwarzenegger changes into the Iron Man or whatever it is, I can't remember the film series, the Terminator.
Yeah.
You see all of that fluid, kind of like there's Quicksilver moving around.
That was Robert Patrick.
Was it?
Yes.
Anyway,
yes,
whoever
yes.
it was.
Yeah.
But this has got that fluid nature. I know you're more of a film buff than I am, but it just has that kind of look about it.
Yeah,
and the reason why
Terminator
it's so
2.
shiny is, again, that iron plating or vapor disposition process that's protecting the stainless steel with a very tiny amount of titanium nitrate.
I love it. It's
gorgeous. And a 42 millimeter case size. So it's a lovely classic, it's like 12.4 millimeters deep.
Why don't you email us and let us know what model number the Robert Patrick's Terminator was in Terminator 2. See if you get it right. He was a poly something alloy, hyper poly alloy.
Ah.
Yeah. But that is what it looks like, liquid metal basically.
I thought that was a disease, but
liquid metal over a, what was it, over a something shell? I can't remember.
But it's so fluid, isn't it, Rob? I mean, really.
Yeah.
It's sculpted stainless steel, sapphire glass, those leaf hands, and the Abyss dial that's got that mesmerizing, spacey feel to it.
Yes, yeah.
And the tour de force, of course, is the flying tourbillon in the center, the 80 parts that are moving in perfect harmony.
Oh,
lovely. And I mean, it's lovely that the history of this watch goes back 200 years for Breguet's invention, but Breguet could never dream of making this.
No.
He would not have the tools or materials.
Well, look, this is made by absolute experts and elite watchmakers, and
30 in cooperation.
Yeah.
It's a lot of effort and time, and it's just something beautiful to have. You're not going to wear it every day. You're going to keep it in its beautiful box and then take it out on high days and holidays.
We're going to show you the very last colour. I would absolutely kill for one of these. This is Gemma's favourite. How many people do we have ordering these now, Gemma? So somebody else has got one in their basket. We're single figures on everything. Now, again, I know it is very much a considered purchase, so we're not going to spend forever on it. If you are serious about wanting to buy one and you want to see more, if you have any questions, we will happily answer them for you. But if you, by the way, if you want the blue, there's only one blue left. These only come around every time we brought them onto the show. We've been able to restock them, but they are usually, it's only ones or twos or threes. I think the most we've ever had on a show is 6. Because it takes so long to make them, and it's not like there are masses of them sitting in a warehouse.
And when we say 6, we mean 2 of each variant.
2 of each variant, that's right, exactly. So there's one of the blue left. If you've been thinking about it, if you've seen it on previous Swan and Edgar shows and you've been saying to yourself, you know what, I want to treat myself to one of those, there will come a time, these are limited editions, there will come a time when no more are made, and that will be it. You will be one of a very, very select few people. And look, they are elitist. They are high-end, they are bougie.
And it's a British brand, it's got that British history to it, and it has a 5-year warranty on registration, which is, in the British Isles, so you're not having to worry about sending it anywhere else.
Yeah. I mean, the whole point is that not everyone's going to be able to afford to own one of these. Maybe you can't afford one. I would be very hesitant before I spent £1,000, I have to say. Even though I earn decent money, but still £1,000 is £1,000. But as long as it doesn't bankrupt you or it doesn't put you in financial difficulties, if you can afford it, then please, you know what? The minute you get it, I'll tell you this: we have a full refund policy, 30-day refund policy here at ShopOnTV. So when you get it, as long as you don't take the tag off and you keep it in the box, and it's so that if you do return it, it comes back to us in resaleable condition. All the terms and conditions are on the website, but you can actually appraise it yourself. You can see it with your own eyes. You can drape it over your wrist. You can try it on and see how it feels. You'll be able to hear it as well. But, I mean, I can hear it loud as day. I don't know why our microphones can't pick them up. It's really weird. You will be able to scrutinize absolutely every single part of this watch. You'll be able to decide immediately that you're not buying £1,000 worth of value. You're actually buying £2,000 worth of value. And this is the thing. Normally the list price for these is £2,000. Swan and Edgar on their own website have discounted it to £1,500. We have it basically at half price. Have a Google. I'm confident that this is probably the lowest price you'll be able to find it for anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, especially for a tourbillon. If you happen to do a little Google or a little search engine search for tourbillon
And
watches,
especially with the warranty that you're getting with
5-year
this.
warranty.
That's a really differentiating point about
Yeah.
Swan and Edgar, which
So, you know,
reassurance.
don't make your mind up now. Make your mind up when you've got it in your own home, and if you're when you're happy and satisfied, you just keep it. And if for any reason you change your mind, as long as you adhere to the terms and conditions of sale or of the return, largely don't take off the tag and just keep it in its
Keep all the plastic bits.
Keep everything.
In fact, later on we'll see how the watches are actually presented.
Yes, precisely. And to be perfectly frank, I think that's very reasonable for if you're going to spend £1,000, you want to know it's £1,000 well spent, which it is. But if you want the blue, you won't. We've already got a couple of people who are trying to get the blue, so there's a bit of a fight going on. If actually all the colours people are after at the moment. Now, something that is new today, at least I think it is. It's new to me anyway.
It's new to you, Rob, and
to you.
it's called the Quadrant.
Yeah,
we did with Shayley. Is it called Shayley?
Shayley,
Yeah,
yes,
we did it with Shayley.
Yeah.
It did well because the Quadrant is strangely octagonal.
Yeah.
Figure that out. And the thing about octagonal watches, they're incredibly rare.
Yes.
This is a very elegant and simple design, and you've got the grey and the black, but the grey is, I like to call it pewter, which reminds me of my pint tankard.
Yes. Well, pewter is actually a metal, whereas grey is just a tone, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the one with the black face has the gold tone to it, the
Yes.
gold bracelet and everything else, or strap, excuse me. So grey face, we really must change the
45 millimeters
text on those names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because it's simply telling the time and giving you the date with 2 renditions of the small seconds and large seconds, Arabic numerals, it's a classic dress watch.
Yes, yeah.
The Milanese strap means you can instantly adjust the size when you get it home, so no taking it to the jewellers.
Yep.
And because of that, it's very unisex as well. And it's not quite half price, but if you add the pen in,
well, that's
it would be 255 against 129. Yeah.
By the way, I just need to something that's burning, or I'm burning to answer Paul, my director. Cyberdyne Systems Model 101 was the Schwarzenegger Terminator. It was a T1000. Was the Robert Patrick. Was the mimetic liquid alloy, whatever it was. I used to know it. Hyperpoly alloy over a living skeleton, or metal skeleton, or something like that. I don't know. There you go. Yeah, so you get that.
You get that.
Yeah. But I will say, last on Arnold Schwarzenegger thing, you got to check out.
Yes.
Get to the checkout.
You know, it makes sense.
That's important. Yeah. He just called and said, "Tell him, get to the checkout."
What I like also about the Quadrant is it's a lovely slim watch. I mean, I know
Let's go back to
we
this.
talk about watches occasionally in this show. Mostly,
We talk about watches all the time.
we
There's
talk
a point
about
to it.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I know, but there was a reason for it because you know it's all linked. You see,
It's a cunning plan.
it is a cunning plan, my lord. Yes, Baldrick. Let's not forget that when you had the cunning plan to solve your mother's low roof problem, it was by cutting off her head.
So this has got a herringbone finish in the centre of the watch. And when you look at the way that it's there's not a Flemish weave, of course. The Flemish
weave.
Yeah, Flemish weave is a type of brickwork,
hairdo, isn't it?
Yeah. But this is a herringbone. It was actually invented by the Romans for their rose system.
Yes.
You've got open skeleton hands and the sweep of the second hand. You can see the automatic movement doing its stuff here.
Yeah.
It's a very reasonable price for an octagonal face, definitely.
I love it. I really do. Again, it's about being different. Who the heck? What? No. Actually, let me rephrase what I'm about to say. I was going to say, who the heck wants to just fit in with the crowd? Some people are perfectly happy to do that. There are those who love to conform, and there are those who love to stand out. I obviously am one who loves to stand out and even rebel from time to time, although I'm far too cowardly to actually be an activist. But I do love things that say something about me. It's a bit like the person that wears the really loud jumpers. You know, I just haven't. I like to think I've got some taste. I'm not saying they don't. Well, I sort of am saying they don't. But personally, so my way of standing out is by
Wearing a nice watch.
wearing an. Well, yeah, really. To be honest.
Boom, boom.
Yeah. In fact, I had a stylist friend of mine suggested I should dress very much like the what's his from Four Weddings and a Funeral.
Yes.
From the funeral, the guy who died. I can't think of his name. Simon Callow. That I should
yes.
dress in that kind of style. Flamboyance. You know, that should be a little flamboyant but classic.
So we're coming now back to the moon face.
Yes, right.
It's sort
We're
of-
going to move along. Our producer's saying we should be a bit snappier. But that's fine, because she's the one in charge of timing the show. So
Yes.
just tell us to get on with it, and we will. We will. Honestly, there's just so much to see and so little time to do it.
Yeah.
We've already seen this one, but it's limited stock.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it would be because it's a very affordable and emblematic timepiece at less than half price.
Yeah.
And because it's got all the things that collectors crave, it's open heart,
Yeah.
day-night indicator, 24 hours,
Sorry.
and exhibition
Shoot.
back. If you just flip it around the back as well, it's got.
Well,
an
I was
exhibition
just
back.
about to, just as my director cut to it.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know if apologies.
Would
Paul,
you
if
leave a stripe,
were going to tell me you were
And Rota, Swanega, boutique edition. If you're starting a collection and you don't want to spend a great deal of money and you want a complimentary pen,
Yes.
this is your answer.
Stay there, Paul. I'm going to attempt. Hold on. Wait for it. Wait for it. Look, all this is
Oh,
getting very
dear.
risky. There's the pen that comes with the watch. It's actually that's a little bit. It's a little bit like
You've got a steady hand. At
I've done this for many years. I have. It reminded me of like the early James Bond films where Derek Meddings did all the special effects. Who used to do Thunderbirds.
Yes. When they took the space module in and
Yes,
that
that's
lovely
right.
kind of closed it. It was a bit like watching another edition of what was it called?
Thunderbirds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Thunderbirds.
well, that's because Derek Meddings did Thunderbirds. But can I tell? This is an interesting tie into Terminator. It's the last movie fact I'll tell you. But James Cameron was a model maker. That's what he started out doing, and he figured out that the reason that models look like models was because you shrunk everything except the camera. So in Terminator 2, he shrunk the camera. So when they're going through the steelworks and things, and it's all models, it looks real. So that's when that changed that particular.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, exactly. And which you don't. I mean, you don't need to miniaturize a camera to get in close on the watch, because the detail on this is absolutely
Other
superb.
way around, and there we go.
More people trying to get this now than we have watches available. It is time to check out. There's something iconic about it. I can't put my finger on what it is.
So just to remind people, it's an homage to the complications that you see on the really high-end watches. It's got a slide rule print
Yes.
around the edge of the watch and a tachymeter print. You've also, in terms of the center of the watch, you've got gouache detail, which is normally a really expensive additional feature, but you do have an open heart with that beating 185 20 jewel automatic movement.
Love it.
And we talked before about the lugs, which are
The lugs.
certainly a standout point.
I must confess, I'm not sure what you mean by the lugs. Are the bits on the
Oh,
side?
we
of
had
the
that problem before, didn't we? With the did we work out where the buckle was in the end? Do you remember last time we
Oh,
tried to-
yeah,
yes,
vaguely.
remember that?
Yeah.
So now we're going to educate Rob a second
Yes.
time.
Tell me about your lugs.
So these are your lugs. There we are.
Oh, at the top.
The top.
Those are the lugs there.
Yes.
I see.
See, we
Now-
make a watch
now-
expert of you.
Now it makes all of the stirrup stuff, it makes sense to me now. Yeah. Well, I know what a lug is, but a lug could be all kinds of things. No,
Yes.
I like to be educated. I'm not a watch expert. I'm a watch enthusiast.
Yes.
I've never claimed
But you
to be
will be a
watch
watch expert.
Good. Well,
We're moving that way. And we know where the buckle is now, Rob, as well.
the buckle?
Yes.
I know where the buckle is.
Yes.
Well, that's the buckle, right?
There's the buckle, yeah.
I know what a buckle is, yeah. Just brilliant. $109.99, limited stock if you want it. Remember, we're a shopping show you can buy. When you see these things and you go, ooh, those are nice. Well, look, we got a price, we got an item number, we got a phone number.
And the phone works really nicely because I think it's you just have to give the credit card details and that's it, isn't it?
It's very quick. Well, you have to start an account. We need to know where to send it. Obviously.
Right, of course, yeah.
If I tell you what, let's tell you how to order.
There are 3 convenient ways to place your order with ShopOnTV. Just scan the QR code with your smartphone's camera app to view the current on-screen item. Or go directly to our website, shopontv.co.uk, where you'll find all the products in today's show. Simply add the items you want to buy to your online shopping basket and check out. Prefer ordering by phone? Give our UK-based customer service centre a call on 03333 241 241. Friendly representatives are available to assist you 24 hours a day. Straightforward shopping with ShopOnTV. After you've ordered from ShopOnTV, we aim to deliver your purchases as quickly as possible. Postage and packing charges cover standard UK delivery, which is normally 3 to 5 working days, though depending on the carrier, you could receive your products sooner. Certain items may be offered with expedited delivery for a nominal extra charge. We'll give you a delivery estimate every time you place an order. Not going to be home or prefer to have your packages arrive at a different address? No problem. Just enter the destination information when you check out. Once you pay, it's on the way from ShopOnTV.
Unfortunately, we seem to be running out of time, David. So I think it's time to put the pedal to the metal.
I think so. We should see the rest of the collection, the curated collection.
Curated collection, which I know you spent a lot of time putting together. So
We
I'll
did,
make
yes.
Sure that we
Well, we've only seen a tiny number of them, but now we're looking at the Flight, which is 163 part 20 dual movement. It's a 46mm case size with that chamfered bezel, which I do like.
Yes.
RAF connotations, also Quadrophenia, also mods and rockers. People love this watch because it's got that military heritage to it, and instead of hours around the Arabic numerals, they are seconds and minutes.
Yeah.
That's a different type of feature. Cyclops eye, and a beautiful strap with studs. I like a stud.
Oh yes.
Yes.
So nice. Sorry, I'm just playing with the light on the watch. It's so good. It's such a feature-rich watch, isn't it? I remember Quadrophenia. I was never allowed to watch it when I was a kid.
Huh?
It's quite
I've got the album. Luckily, I've kept all the LPs, which is a really good idea because it turns out that they're now fashionable again.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, it's like watches, isn't it? They become collector's pieces. Well, they become, I suppose they are. Well, they're collector's pieces anyway. But they styles go out of fashion and then they come back into fashion. And I don't think you can ever go wrong with a watch, can you?
Yeah, and again, this is an automatic watch. It says that on the L, of course. But automatic watches, they are inherently more expensive to build than quartz watches. That's why they tend to cost more money.
Yeah.
And again, this is less than half price. That you can see the side, the pushers have got that pedal connotation because it's about flight and it's about what we call aircraft history. Flash of red on the first layer leathers of that first layer strap, which is very, very comfortable.
Look, you can see the Cyclops eye. You can see how it's raised off the top of the glass.
And you can see also the little bit of work going on that etched glass. You've got a bit of etching on the side of the glass.
Yeah.
These design elements is why it's a £305 watch.
Not here though. It's only $134.99. It is just superb. I'd say again, if you want something that's different, something that stands out, something that is an extension to your own style, your personality, your character, it's classic, it's retro, and it's modern, all rolled into one. Just brilliant. I'll show you, by the way, let's move on. Well, let's get through as many as we can. I want to show you at some point as well how a Swan and Edgar watch comes to you.
Yes, but this, of course, is the world, that one's the world timer.
We'll wait until we get back to it. So.
But we'll look at another world timer now, but this is a more affordable world timer because This is called the Welkin. And
Yep.
for those of you who remember, the Welkin was one of the aircraft that was like the U-2 of the 1940s.
Yes.
Westland Welkin. And we've given it the name because everything that in Swansea has a tie to history in some way or another. This is 163 part 20 dual movements, and it does have the world timer around the bezel of the watch, 45mm case size, 2 different colours. Rob will turn it around so we get the right way.
Sorry, silver's already gone. Could not see the markings on it to be able to tell which was the right way. Sorry.
And if we can get a bit of a close-up on that, you can actually get an
we're
idea
getting
of
there.
the day-night indicator and mother of pearl at the base of that. That's good. To make it look good. Cyclops eye, and by twiddling the subcrown at the side of the watch, you can actually get the different time zones in order.
My hand configuration at the moment. I
Right,
suppose I can.
You can just turn that, and that's how you do the world time. World time originally invented in the 1885. The only problem was in those days is they didn't have an agreement on time zones.
Right, true.
They finally agreed with Greenwich Mean Time. The Americans agreed with Greenwich Mean Time. And how many time zones do you think we've got now?
Oh, I don't know.
37.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And of which 24 are on this watch.
That's extraordinary.
Yeah.
Have you been to the Griffith Observatory in Greenwich to see? The Griffith is in LA. Sorry, the Greenwich Observatory in Greenwich. Stood on the median line.
Yes, I have stood between the north and south. Well, not it's the north and south, the east and west hemispheres.
Yeah. Amazing.
But this is a lovely, elegant dress watch in rose gold with the Milanese strap. Very, very comfortable to wear and adjustable out the box. And we're moving on to the Discern.
Oh, lovely.
And the Discern is a bit about Sherlock Holmes, but it's the panda eyes that you will notice immediately and think, Rob spent a fortune on this watch. Because anything like that normally costs very large sums of money.
Very definitely.
And if you want to have a stylish watch that didn't cost more than $128.99 plus the pen, 45mm case, 163 part 20 jewel, date 89, 60-second timer with the pens coming through there. Jerry Anderson would be very proud of you. You have rotating bezel as well. Many of the watches at this price point don't have rotating bezels. This one does.
Yeah.
And a lovely thick first layer strap with contrast stitching, fitting wrist sizes up to around about 8.5 inches, I would say.
What really stands out at me is that the usual price for these, I think the list price is a very reasonable price.
Yeah.
But I think they're fairly modest in terms of what watches can cost you and collectible watches can cost you. They're relatively modest. So what I love for people at home, and people at home watching now, hopefully you can think this too, you're actually buying a 300 quid watch. All right, you're getting it at a discounted price, but that's no cheap watch. It's not like you've gone to a catalogue shop or you've gone to, although they sell some higher end watches as well, or you've gone to the petrol station and picked up something off the shelf. I don't know if they still do those in petrol stations.
But of course, behind all of this is Swan & Egg of London have this 5-year warranty. Which is industry leading, and it means you're buying with some assurance. If anything happens, you can always invoke the warranty. Everything that comes in, when you get the watch, the little warranty card, you register it, and that's how you go.
It's a heritage brand. Gemma wants to see the little logo on the back.
So we've got the Swan and Edgar the Bulldog. And we all at work have to wear the bowler hats, of course.
Do you? Of course you do.
We do. That's a normal thing. The Swan is always a pain, though.
Yes.
Because that Swan will never settle down.
I bet they
always looking for a lake.
Feisty, can't they?
Yeah, the dog's fine.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with the dog. Although they don't get on all the time. That's a bit of an issue.
I can imagine that one tries to have the other for dinner.
Yeah, but swans can be mean. Swans can be mean.
They can be very mean.
Yeah.
Do you know, actually, swans are they're very, very strong. I mean, their wings would easily break your arm if you. You've got to be quite careful with swans, actually, because they look very, very
cuddly.
Yeah. They're not. They are not.
As we're looking at the facial, I just want you to imagine the nebula cloud of that. When you turn it in the light, you can see it's a very deep finish to it. And again, that's why the watch is the price of 310. with those applied indices, and around the reholt, the light catching all of the second markers, and you can see a reflection coming through there. And that's what you're paying for, this level of detail.
Exactly, it's a radial gradient that goes from, it almost has an antique finish to it, doesn't it, you know? And even things like the choice of font that you use for the numerals has a real impact. I know this because I do a lot of graphic design. The font can really make or break whatever it is that you happen to be designing. It's just got to look right.
Yeah.
It's so subjective. But every single one here is just...
Let's do a little... Shall we do an unboxing experience?
Do you want to do it or shall I?
Well, you're in the right position to do it.
Oh, that's
actually,
true. Good point, yeah.
Although I might have to guide you through the unboxing experience.
You tell me how to do my job and that'll be fine. Because nobody else is going to, so... Right, so are you ready?
Yeah, ready. Let's go.
This is the lid. And you remove the lid and you immediately are presented with a little flap, and then the box is inside. And when you open the box, this is exactly how it comes to you. So this has still got all the plastic in it.
Yes, this is all protected.
Yeah.
And it's also got a little thing to prevent the quartz movement starting, so you're not going to get it where it's worn down by use.
No, sure.
And then we'll have a look at it out of the box, as it were, with another watch, of course, not that one.
But obviously it's on a little pad.
But it's on a little pad, and it's what a great gift. I mean, the way this is presented, and this is the only watch, apart from the Tourbillon, that comes in this beautiful style of packaging.
Yeah,
I think it's really... I saw this packaging the other day because we didn't used to do this.
No.
But for this watch, because it's all premium materials in this watch.
Yes, of course.
Sapphire glass, stainless steel, super luminova, and it's a high-end timepiece.
Well, it is. They
And
all are. Really.
I think 230 was too low a price. It should be 310, really.
Which colour would you prefer, David? What do you fancy?
I don't know. Have we got any popularity figures, Gemma?
I don't know. We'll find out from our producer, shall we?
We don't know.
I'm going to load up my wrist. I apologise, I left my hand cream at home because I've got a bit of dry skin, so sorry.
So you've got three really contrasting colourways here.
I'm not convinced I've got them all the right way around, but we'll see in a minute. The blue apparently is...
You see, the blue is classic. So those of you who appreciate this style of watch, this kind of engineered
Which
design.
ones are the right way around, Paul? Those, okay, so it's just, oh shoot.
Yeah.
It had to be the one right on the other end, didn't it, that I can't change easily.
Yes.
Sorry, that one there, sorry. That's what it looks like upside down,
Yes,
folks,
so this was manufactured the wrong way round, unfortunately.
It was, but
it can be corrected in post.
Come here.
We can turn the
Now I've
camera
got my fingers all over.
360, 180 degrees.
Right, there we go. Doing a triple handhold is quite difficult, David, believe me.
I'm glad you're doing it.
I know, you've got to get them all the right sort of depth, otherwise the focus doesn't work. And you've also got to get the focus just right. There we go.
So I hope you can see the amount of detail in the face of the watch, and you might catch the starry night because each of the fascias have got a sprinkle of magic pixie dust.
Oh, right.
Which creates the sparkle of the watch.
It's not actual pixie dust, obviously.
No.
That's far too expensive to get for our show. I'm just going to focus on one at a time. I think that's just easier, isn't it? You know?
So orange is the kind of the new green, because green was popular a couple of years ago. And orange is now, getting an orange watch is a kind of like a six-month waiting list in some cases. This has got the world timer around the edge of the watch, so 24 cities of the world. You can actually tell the time across the whole of the known world.
Hold on, I'm going to find it.
Plus, you've got Mars, Earth, and the Moon, 24-hour timer. Swan egg etched beautifully in the centre, 51mm case size, sapphire glass, super luminova on the battens, and the Seiko Mecha Quartz movement, which I think you've stopped. So we need to flick it back by pressing the bottom button, if you are doing that one there, that one. There we go, we're back to 0. So this has got the 60-minute stopwatch function to it as well. And I can't emphasize how rare it is to see this watch on any telly channel, because it's normally reserved for the Swan egg aficionados.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. I was so excited to see this watch tonight.
Me too, and on the wrist, it just, again, you've got the double fold over clasp. Again, I've got about a 9-inch wrist, and that's quite loose. You've probably got another inch in there, I'd say.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure I tried on an 8-inch. I might be 8.5. It might go up to 9 inches.
Well, this is 210. This is, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's got an engineered bracelet. Now, this is all about space travel. It's the design brief was to create a modern rendition of that. Now, Seiko themselves actually designed something called the Pogue watch in the 80s, Commander Pogue on the space station,
right?
Which was a much smaller case design.
Yeah.
And there's some design elements from that have been reprised here, but been brought up to date by Anthony Field's significant skills in designing watches, and limited in number, so rare. And the orange watch and the Nebula Grey watch is also something that I just don't see around. The blue you do, but you don't.
Blue, yeah.
You don't see orange, and you don't see that nebula finish, which is we're calling it grey again. It's a bit boring, you know. We're more than grey here.
Yes, it's. I don't know. We'd have to think of something posh. What's posh word for grey? Graphite.
Yes. And again, is that the? That is the right way round, Rob. Look
Yeah, I know. I got there in the end.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is? It's my eyes have gone. Because I've hit the big 5-0, and it's just my reading. I need to wear reading glasses really. So apologies. Maybe I think it's my reading glasses that don't look very good. So I need to go and get a nice pair of reading glasses, and then I can wear them on the telly.
And it really does look even better in practice when you get it home. It's 190 grams of weight, really comfortable on the wrist. The moon landing on the back in deeply etched stainless steel. Great talking point, something to take down the pub and show to your mates. And it doesn't break the bank.
No.
And when you get this watch home, your first thing you'll notice about it is the solid nature of the beast. And the straps, so many straps are so disappointing when you get them. They feel flimsy. You can tell, can't you, Rob? It's a lovely, solid finish, engineered strap.
All these watches feel really good.
Yeah.
There's not one watch that I've picked up that kind of feels tinny or light or flimsy. You know what I mean, they're all substantial watches. They're all watches you're wearing, and as you said, they all have a presence to them. Yeah. And this particularly. So then, if you want to see although I think are we calling this black or are we calling it blue?
And we think this is the most popular one. We're not sure, but we think it is, and it's because it is
blue.
More. It's the safer option when you're choosing these things.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'll be honest with you. I think that if you're going to wear a watch that, for me, that stands out, it's got to fit my taste. I'm not a fan of the orange because I don't like the colour orange.
Yeah.
But that's not to say that other people won't.
Yeah.
You know, and the blue. So I would go for the blue because for me, I do like the colour blue. But I also like the grey option as well. I can totally see the appeal of that. But if I liked everything that everybody else liked.
But the timeless watch, you see, the timeless watch is the blue one.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's why blue is one of the popular colours in watch world, although black is the most popular.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, that's what I mean, the ambassador watch in the black is.
Yeah.
Know. But I mean, I really like how audacious that is. It just, I wouldn't buy it personally.
I mean, if you were in one of the design studios, and working in graphic design or something, you'd probably choose the orange because it fits your personality. Doesn't it?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Again, completely. And I love that because look, if I've got some pretty outrageous stuff that nobody else would wear. You know what I mean? It all comes down to personal taste, and that's why I've always said with any watch, if it speaks to you as you're watching the show, and something just jumps out at you. As it did when I walked into the room tonight. It's almost like it jumped off the display bench.
So buy me.
Buy me, exactly, that's right. They are, I want to try it on actually. In fact, I'm going to try it on, excuse me, bear with me. It's my little catwalk moment here. Hold on.
Yeah, and you're still going to find a bit of space.
Yeah, there's a good inch in there.
Yeah.
But look at that.
It suits you, sir.
It does, indeed. And with a suit. Speaking of suits, this is a great watch to wear. This is the power watch. This is go to the meetings, sign the deals.
It's the chief executive watch.
The chief executive watch, exactly.
And it's got the Seiko hybrid movement in it, which is really to die for. It's industry standard at a high end, and some of the watches that trip off your tongue, and I won't mention them, have got the same movement in them.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
the secret behind this, and then prices were much higher.
You know, even if it was run by toffee and cheese, if it looks good and it works well, that's all I really care about.
Yeah, but this is accurate as well. This is less than a second-day error.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, which is
there can be, I think,
top.
with high-end watches and high-end collector watches, there can be a bit of snobbery when it comes down to have you got this movement or that movement. It's the same with cars. You know what I mean? But I, for someone like myself, a layperson, if you like, I want to get the best I possibly can for the money that I can afford.
Yeah.
And I think that's exactly what Swan & Edgar's all about.
Yeah.
Because yes, you have expensive watches, but also you have mid-price watches, and you have watches that I know I could spend 140.
You could build a collection as well.
Yeah, because
so that you've got choices.
if you can't afford
in the
the
wardrobe,
tourbillon, I could have 7 or 8 watches.
Yeah.
For that same amount of money, you know. So it's horses for courses, really, isn't it?
That's a great shot, Paul.
Yeah,
That's a very lovely shot of that rose gold against Steinway black. And the reason it's more expensive than the silver one, I keep on emphasising, is because the black is a harder process to actually make the finish of that stainless steel strap.
Half the stock left, that's all. 50% gone, 50% left. Just brilliant. So this is 903973, that's the black version. They are on different item numbers. If you would like the stainless steel version, then that is the item number that's coming on your screen now, which is 699117. 129.99. It's a little low in price because, as you said, that the black and the gold tone, that the application of that obviously is a slightly more
expensive process. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same movement, same accuracy,
yes,
same build quality.
Fantabulous, isn't it? Look at the width of this case, the thickness, just the finish, the complete design. It's a story from start to end. It really is.
So we've always asked about the dimensions. This is 46 by 43.
Right.
And it's 14 millimeters deep.
Love it.
And the thickness of that strap is 30 millimeters at the start, going down to 25 millimeters at the back. And I was told 25 millimeters is 1 inch.
25 millimeters, I suppose it is. Yeah. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. I'll remember that. I mean, again, if you love it, if it speaks to you, if it's begging to be worn on your wrist, then either give us a call 0333 241 241 or go to shopontv.co.uk. If you've never shopped from us before, by the way, it's very, very simple to do. You know, to set up an account with us, we just need your name. We just need, obviously, the address you want this sent to. You don't have to have it sent to your own address. You can have it sent to whatever address you like. But you'll have your home address, presumably will be your account address. Your email, so we can send you obviously confirmations and so on and so forth, shipping information, tracking information, and then if you do it online, the only other thing you need to do to have an account that you can use at any time you like is just provide a password, and you'll get sent your membership number, and you can come and shop with us anytime you like. We're live every single night from sometime after midnight. Tonight we were a little late, midnight to 3 every single night. So shall we have a look at another watch? Let's do that.
Yeah, I can see the emblem coming in, which is the rarest of designs on the show and the rarest of designs in the Swan & Edgar collection, because it's a triangular watch.
I don't think I've actually ever seen a triangular watch before.
No, well, I hadn't before I started working for Swan & Edgar, to be honest.
No, right.
But although Blue Hawaii did feature it in Elvis, had a triangular watch. And
I haven't seen that. In fact, I don't even know if I have seen it at all, if I'm being honest. But I probably have, because I've seen most films.
So if you're, the Swan & Edgar collectors are dying to get this watch because it is the only one we make of this particular shape.
I've looked completely inept tonight, haven't I? It's like, honestly, I know I've only
What's
been doing
make
this
the
30
show
years.
interesting?
Well,
people love it, you know.
You know, sometimes you just have nights where you're all fingers and thumbs.
But you know, the beauty of live television is anything can happen.
And I love it when it does.
Yeah.
Exactly. That is the unboxing experience.
Yes.
Another tourbillon. Somebody's just got another tourbillon.
Oh, congratulations.
Did we get an email from the person who bought the last one? Did we get any emails? Well, they might not all be readable, but some of them have got to be. Let's at least give the people a shout out if they took the time. They took the time to email us. Okay, apparently we can't do that right now. Sorry. Okay.
But I think if we do reply to the email, we're going to get £60 million in our bank account tomorrow.
Right.
So
that's
we
good
should
to know.
really,
That's
definitely.
excellent to know. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because I didn't realise that my relatives had left me all that money.
No.
Yeah. So here we have the emblem, 163 part 20 dual movement, but it is an automatic timepiece of such distinction and rarity. It goes back to Richard the Lionheart.
Oh.
When you talk in America about these things, they love the idea they're talking about Richard the Lionheart. But in this country, it's really about the style of having this type of watch as opposed to the boring old circular watches.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it is about doing something different, isn't it? Oh, Christine can have a shout out. Hello, Christine. Christine and what? And her husband Paul. Her son Paul. Don't want to mix those two up, do
No.
I? Yeah, this says so much to me. This speaks to me in great volumes. It's sporty. It's something. It's got. I'm a big fan of the spy genre as well. I just treated myself to the box set of all the Bond films at Christmas. There's something futuristic about it, but there's also something sort of like steampunky or retro.
Yeah, it's something about Star, the old Kirk Beam Me Up Scotty.
Yes,
It's got something about that as well.
Exactly.
Yeah. But that's one thing of
Can you do
pulled
it,
up
Captain?
something.
I haven't got the power.
It's got a lovely thick strap to it, and day, date, month, 6-second timer, mineral glass, beautifully slim, so different, unisex, definitely that, and a really thick, lovely watch.
Oh, I love it. Honestly, that has so grown on me tonight.
Yeah.
By the way, how many ears has Mr. Spock got?
Mr. Spock.
Yeah.
Go on, there must be a joke here somewhere.
He's got 3. No, he has. Because he's got his left ear, and he's got his right ear, and he's got his final front ear.
Oh dear, I think you're wasted, really.
Oh, I wish I were wasted.
Yeah. You will be later.
Oh, let's put that over.
Let's just talk about this winner on the show, because this is a collector's item.
There are more people trying to get this than we actually have watches available.
And that's because it's got lots of little design clues in it. It's got day-night indicator, 185 parts and 20 jewels. More parts for your money here.
Oh, I say. Gemma, our producer, just said that it's last chance saloon, ladies and gentlemen. If you want it, you've got to check out now, because otherwise you won't get it. It is also nearly the end of the show, so what now? It's make your mind up time. If there is something that you have decided that you're going to purchase, now is the time to buy it. Go to the website, check out, press pay, and it will be on the way. Or if you're calling on the phone, again, you're more than welcome to do that. And by the way, even if you do normally shop on the web, if you want the confidence of talking to somebody, a live person, and if you have any questions and things for them that they can answer, then you can always call on the phone as well, 033 241 241. Know your money's safe. We're broadcasting on ITV1. We're not, some never heard of website. But people don't realise there's no oversight on the internet.
No, and there's
no
really,
police.
you're under so many rules here with
so many.
And everything we say has to be founded in fact.
Precisely. And also it means your purchase is safe. Your consumer rights could not be safer here on the shopping show here on ITV1. So the hero this evening is the Tourbillon. Wow, amazing. If you want to get it, we've only got green left. The red.
Oh my goodness!
And the blue is sold out. The green
is a lovely colour as well.
Gemma's favourite.
And it's called space green.
Space green. To me, it looks more like a bluey green. And how many of the green have we got, Gemma? We've got 2. That's it. 2 people who want the green. Frankly, do you know the reason I haven't bought one of these? Actually, to be honest, is because I'm a total completist. And if I bought one, I'd have to have all 3.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be able to sleep. So I would have bought one, and then I'd go to bed, and I need the others, and I won't spend $1,000.
They should do. We should do a collector's pack of 3.
They should.
In a
Please
very
do.
special box.
Do you know what? I even to the point. This I don't know what I think I'm on the spectrum, to be honest. But I have horrific OCD. Everything has to be very, very precise. But I will buy, if I buy a film and there's an unrated version, I'll have to buy the theatrical and the unrated as well. You have to have both.
I like to see the deleted scenes as well.
Oh yeah, me too.
You've got to see those.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
One of the things that is going to be deleted very soon is the stock of this. So again, I'm
and the
not
two
gonna
of
rush.
us are about to be deleted.
Well, yes, delete. Come here. Would you mind, David? Sorry, thank you.
He has.
I've only got so many hands.
Yes.
What I wanted to say was, no. Oh, thank you. We can take it off actually if you like. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Just
Rob has his own personal dresser, you see.
I do. That's right. Thank you very much.
Not a piece of furniture.
No. It's such a great colour. It really is. There a couple of people are trying to buy it anyway, aren't they? Yeah, we've got. Oh, so actually, we've got about 10 people trying to buy 2 watches.
The green is a lot. I'm not going to say it's just. It's meant to be the difference between night and day when you go up at 70,000 feet.
Gemma agrees with me. She thinks it's more aqua. I think it's more aqua. It reminds her of.
It's a faithful colour, but I'm looking at it on the monitor, and that is a faithful rendition of the colour.
Oh yeah.
Which is good.
It is, honestly, it is a work of art. I wish I could have one. I really, really, really do. Maybe, you know, in 6 months when I've saved my pennies, I'll treat myself. Maybe my son will buy me one for Christmas. Because he doesn't mind spending money. I'm as tight as a duck's bumhole.
So, quick tour of it, 42mm case size. It's stainless steel with sapphire glass on front and back. 322 parts, 19 joules, 450 processors, 80 milling processors just to get the movement working, which you can see at the bottom of your screen there, going through 360 degrees every minute. And Rob will turn it round, and the tour de force is the sculpted nature of the back, and the watchmaker saying, ta-da! I have achieved something really special.
Now, can you imagine? Right, okay, ladies and gentlemen, I know one of my best friends. His father used to be a watchmaker. He could put his hand in a jar of cogs, and they'd say, "How many?"
Oh, I found a lock, by the way.
Oh, did you with an E?
A lock with an E who was a watchmaker. Yeah.
Oh, really?
In New England.
Oh, okay.
So you have watch in your blood.
I have watch in my blood.
Yes.
Yes, he honestly he could count out however many cogs you needed just by hand. It was extraordinary. But the point I'm trying to make is that there's not a robot that puts these together. This is an person who sits and assembles every single part, and every cog and every wheel and every bit and every bob does something essential, doesn't it? I mean, that's got to take hours, I would think, to do that.
I wouldn't like to think of how 30 watchmakers actually do the collaboration on this, because that must be difficult in its own right.
Yeah.
And there's so few of them made. But many tourbillons have been called to the bar, but very few make it to this level of elegance and sophistication.
It really is the sort of sporty. It's the sports car of. Well, it's above a sports car. This is not a Lambo or a Ferrari. This is an Aston, or it's it's just.
Rob, it's 3 o'clock.
Oh yeah, my gosh, it's almost the end of the show. Just extraordinary. We've only got 2 left, and as I say, 10 people trying to get it. If you want it, look, you know what, life's short, treat yourself. As long as it doesn't put you in any kind of financial harm to do so, you will honestly be extraordinarily pleased when you get it, I'm absolutely sure.
Wish we had more time.
I wish we had more time.
Yeah.
That's the only trouble. All this time and no time to do it in.
Yeah.
David, thank you so much. We'll bring you back for a show where you have got more time.
Yes.
We're out for tonight, but I will see you again tomorrow night after midnight. Good night.